let me do something real quick here. All right. Make sure that I am in. Hopefully, YouTube will send out notifications for me. And I can go ahead and give um, a little bit of an update and kind of give my opinions on some of the things that are happening. Some things are kind of funny, some things are not. But if anybody should happen to catch this live on replay, I'm going to ask you to please, if you don't mind, hit the like button. I see somebody hit a thumbs up for me. Thank you. All right, so somebody is in. I got a little bit of a news update. Let's talk about what's happening. I absolutely want to talk about President Trump's cabinet picks. Hey, Voice of Freedom. Overall, I think are you saying thumbs down on his cabinet picks? I think overall he's done pretty good. Um, but Marco Rubio. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I want to talk about the whole Marco Rubio of it all. I know everybody's really excited about Matt Gaetz. Everybody's really upset about Matt Gaetz. I'm not sure why. Like I get that he can be a polarizing figure, but it's the Marco Rubio of it all for me. And it's sad that I have to say that because I am a Floridian. I'm a proud Floridian. I'm always excited to see people from my home state be elevated and do great things. But Marco Rubio, Mr. Trump, like President Trump, are we sure about this one? Okay, but there's some things that when it comes to Marco Rubio, you just gotta ask, like, you sure about this one? Everything else, when I heard Tulsi Gabbard, when I heard some other names, hearing that Tom Homan is back in charge of the border, I was really excited. Voice of Freedom says Alex Jones for press secretary. I'm on Marco Rubio. Like I feel you, but Marco Rubio, Mr. President, are you sure? Are you really sure? Everything else, I was like, okay. Even having Vivek and Elon in charge of what did he call it? The Department of Government Efficiency. Primo, chef's kiss. But Marco Rubio, sir, come on. Come on, please. So, just a little bit, this is the same person who said that Russia blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. That Marco Rubio. That one. I was, I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know. Like I said, there's been a little conversation about him. The larger conversation has been about Matt Gaetz. Now, his wife posted, the way she posted, some scenes from, I think from El Salvador, like their prison system, or kind of alluding to that. Well, Luke, I'm going to pray for you. Hey, Vasilios Nico. Is that how you say that? Welcome from Greece. Um, I'm sorry you're selling drugs there, Luke. I hope things get better for you. But in any event, she's posting like she doesn't have a care in the world. She's not very concerned. I did, however, go and get Fox News's article on what was going on with Matt Gaetz. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't think there's anything to that. Or it may be something they're stretching. I don't know. I guess we got to wait until all the facts come out. Hey, Maishi. You like that tea? That tea is amazing. It's so nice. It's so nice. But yeah, so back to that. So they're saying, let me just pull up the article. Let me just pull it up so I can tell you what they're saying, because I don't know. If I'm being completely honest, I do not know, and I don't know how to call it. I will say that I find it a little suspicious that if there were something to the claims that are being made about Matt Gaetz, I feel like there would be some sort of criminal prosecution. Law enforcement would be involved with what they're saying, but I don't know. So let me not, get ahead of myself. So I'm not picking and choosing. I'm simply saying I don't know. I don't believe it's the way they're presenting it. Even the fact that they reported that Matt Gaetz did go and resign. Hey, Kia Mia, you rocking the baby to sleep. I love it. So they pointed out that he resigned, but they made it like the way it was being originally reported was as though he resigned because they were investigating him. And then come to find out, he resigned, in anticipation of being appointed to this cabinet position. So let me hold on. 1 second. She said, I really do. I was sipping it today. I think it helped me not want to snack. Trump over the Rubio confusion. You want? Oh, it made you want to smack Trump over the Rubio. I don't understand why he would do that. Like, why? Why would you pick Marco Rubio? Everything else, like, I don't have a problem with. Now, Jesus, your mama named you after Jesus, and you came in here doing that. Stop that. Just a little bit of class. It won't hurt you. I swear it won't. So, this is what Fox News had to say about the whole thing, right? That's right, Jesus. Live up to your name. So, according to Fox, Representative Matt Gaetz, I don't, y'all tell me why I keep wanting to call him Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, of Florida, resigned from Congress late Wednesday, hours after President-elect Trump nominated him for U.S. Attorney General, and days before a long-awaited House ethics report was reportedly to be released about him. So, well, let me finish reading, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Okay. Now, earlier Wednesday, after news broke that Gaetz was chosen for the Trump cabinet, House Ethics Committee Chair Representative Michael Guest from Mississippi told reporters that their investigation, which had been reportedly centered around allegations that Gaetz engaged in actual misconduct with a minor and illicit drug use, would end if Gaetz were to step down from Congress. Gaetz has denied those misconduct allegations. And Mr. Guest, I know Guest and Gates sounds close, but they're two different people. Gust or Guest, oh, I hate the way they spell that, said this changes nothing. Okay, referring to the Gates nomination. Okay. Now he says, no, I wouldn't be angry if you broke into my house. You'd probably be bleeding and you'd be in a lot of pain. I wouldn't suggest it. I'm a Southerner. We believe in firearms. I don't think it would be a great idea for you to try that. But God bless you. God bless you. So again, he says, I've been asked, does this call us to expedite our investigation? Once the investigation is complete, Mother is funny. I like it. Don't delete Mother's comment. Mother's okay. Mother didn't go too far. I got a good sense of humor. It's okay. So, says, does this call us to expedite our investigation? Once the investigation is complete, then a report will be issued, Guest said, assuming that at that time, Mr. Gaetz is still a member of Congress. If Mr. Gaetz were to resign because he's taking a position with the administration as the Attorney General, then the Ethics Committee loses jurisdiction at that point. Once we lose jurisdiction, there would not be a report that would be issued. That's not unique to this case. So even if I stop right there, this is the thing, right? Once he resigns, it wasn't going to be issued. The report was not going to be issued. So literally, once he resigned, they couldn't issue the report. So they went to the news media to say what they were going to accuse him of, because you know that the media is going to declare you guilty just because there's an accusation. I don't know, you guys. It's giving me that the Democrats are kind of desperate, and I think they feel some type of way. I think they're starting to feel the pinch. especially with the picks that President Trump is making for his cabinet. I think he's doing a great job, a wonderful job picking his cabinet. I hope everything works out. Hey, my magic window. We're talking about President Trump's cabinet picks, and I was just commenting on the fact that I think that what we're hearing about Matt Gaetz's investigation, that the report that now will not be released because he has resigned, I think that is a liberal ploy to, try to push back against what they're seeing. I think that they really are feeling the pressure. I think that they know that a lot of the overspending that they've been doing is not going to continue. I think they're very concerned about the revamping and kind of, shaking out the cobwebs at the FBI and the CIA. I think they're very concerned about, the shaking out of the cobwebs and all of the dirty things that was happening with um Secret Service, because to me that needed to be turned that's upside down. Like, Washington period has been so corrupt for so long. It was no surprise to find out that Venezuela, Russia, China, and Iran were secretly funding Ms. Harris's campaign. They did not want this to happen. And now that it has, I think that what we're getting about the supposed investigation and the ethics committee report that was supposed to come out about Matt Gaetz from Florida, I think that that is a tactic. I think that that is a tactic. And, it's just interesting. It's interesting to watch them kind of panic. It's interesting to watch them panic. But as always, over here, we're going to always say, we're going to pray for them. It'll be okay. So let's talk about some other things that are going on. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. So again, let's talk about Special Counsel Jack Smith. Now, Jack Smith has a very interesting situation too. Wait a minute before we go on. No, Mr. Cooper, I don't play with the devil's lettuce. My magic window says I believe that is true. I'm from Venezuela. Yo soy venezolano. Okay, I hope I said that right. All right, shout out to you. But that's what I think is going on. I really think that that's a ploy by liberals to kind of push back on what's happening, because they know they don't have a lot of control over what's happening. So they're pushing back. Now, Toto Payne Diaz says Cammy's rehab this spring. Well, who's going to pay for it? Because they're alleging that Miss Harris spent $1.2 billion in, 100 days? I still do not know how she would have done that. I say somebody needs to investigate and find out where that money is, because if not, when she goes to rehab, likely the donors will have paid for it. Yes, NPC, that's what I call it, the devil's lettuce. And no, I don't play with the devil's lettuce at all. Stan the man, can you imagine? Can you imagine? And for me, I think out of all of it, it was the paying of the celebrities. And then, hey, God's anointed daughter. And then, Cooper, I do a lot of thinking. Maybe you should think more. I invite you to do it. It's really nice. We just talked about that GSH Alabama. Last thought, let's get you out of here. Because I got a lot of patience, but not for talking dirty like that. Okay, GSH Alabama. So we kind of went over a little bit of the news concerning that, and about the ethics committee report that they were saying was supposed to come out, but that they couldn't put it out because he did resign in preparation or in expectation or ahead of him being appointed to that cabinet position. So because they weren't able to release the report, they basically put it out to media so that the media would spread it and, cast a bad light. Okay. Thank you, Big Bear Life. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know, Mammoth. Is that a joke? Oh, that is a joke. You said you can't. They already are. Mammoth. That's funny though. I can't even pretend. That is funny. That's funny. Oh, y'all be nice. So wait. Stan the man says, honestly, I can. Hollywood is out of the loop. How can you have an opinion on economic health when your wealth puts you in a bubble? That's true. Hey, Anthony, shout out to Compton. That's the thing that I didn't understand about people, the people that did fall for that. Because a lot of people didn't fall for the celebrity endorsements, which is good, right? But for the people that did, it was like, why on earth why on earth would you listen to, well, Eric, thank you for the compliment, I think. Um Kia Mia, you don't have to delete him. He's okay. All right, Louisiana's in the house, DT 908-911. But they were listening to celebrities. These people don't feel your pain. They don't know what you're going through. They do not know what it's like to have to pay bills and pay for your kids to be in cheerleading or football or dance classes. Or thank you, Eric. As it's okay. Kia Mia says she's sorry. You good. I appreciate you. So why would you listen to people who don't know your pain? They don't know what it feels like, you know, to be on a fixed income. A lot of our parents, well, not mine. My parents have gone on to glory, but other people's parents. And when my parents were alive, there was a fixed income. So why on earth, Jesus, you were not acting like your namesake, and that's why I told you to stop. Okay. Right, Craig Steele. Celebrities don't struggle at the grocery store. It doesn't matter how much milk costs or eggs. They can buy it easily. They can buy it easily. And all of their money does not come from music or movies. Like, don't start me because I will start. The fact is, and these are just the facts, a lot of these celebrities are not even getting their money from the industry that they're in. So a lot of them are doing dirty deals with these politicians to get their money. A lot of them are engaged. A lot of them are on Diddy's party list. Eric says, my little girl plays volleyball and it costs me quite a bit. Dang, school always wants money. I've had kids, my children are grown now because, you know, those of you who've been here before, y'all know I'm a whole grandma. But when my children were in school, I paid for dance classes. I paid for football, and y'all know how expensive that is. I paid for cheerleading. I paid through the nose. Through the nose. And that does not count the tutoring. That does not count the field trips. That does not count, mommy, now I'm monochrome and I need everything pink. It does not, you know, factor in any of those things. And those celebrities do not know what that feels like. They don't. They don't. And they don't care. They were paid to come out and influence you to vote for something that was against your best interests. Chris says, how's Whoopi going to cry about having to work? Right. Exactly, Chris. She doesn't. She does not. I'm glad you like the conversation. I'm glad you're here. Please listen. If y'all are new, please subscribe to my channel because my channel is fairly new. And I do want to kind of like build a community of people that can come in and we can talk about what's going on because I like to get everybody's opinion. It's a lot of fun. And especially as long as everybody is civil and nobody's being rude or acting not nice. Yep, a lot of insider trading. Nancy Pelosi and what's your boy from Kentucky? The worst. The worst. And they do it, it's against the law. And, you know, they can legally do it, but if one of us did it, you know, we would be in jail. Ask Martha Stewart. Craig says Dems raised $1 billion and lost every swing state. Can you imagine? Shaq helps poor people, but you know, to me, that's not even what I would base it on. Like, even though he helps poor people, right? Shaq could not tell me who to vote for. I don't care how many poor people he helped. He still had enough money so that whatever's going on in that economy did not touch him. Because if we going by that, Beyonce helps poor people. She has a whole housing, what's a housing project or housing apartment complex or whatever for like low income people. She helps people all the time. She has a whole Be Good Foundation. And guess what? God bless her. Please help poor people. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We can't say we expect it or she has to. I'm glad that you do it. I'm grateful that you do it. But you don't get to sit from your billionaire house and tell people who work every day who they should vote for, because what's in your best interest is not in the best interest of people who work every day. It's just not. Hey, Sir Ulrich von Lichtenstein. I like your name. Say Whoopi makes more than 1 week than the average home makes a year. And that's true. It's true. Stan the Man said also, can who? Something things go scarce, but a family that lives paycheck to paycheck only got so much for each month. It's true. Very true. Yep, Elon does give back a lot too. And I like that. I do like that. Give back. I think that's good. But these people should not be trying to influence anyone. You're trying to use your influence to con and manipulate people. And I think it's irresponsible and it's evil. Jonathan Roberts said, not speaking bad about celebrities when I state this, but I'm sad Denzel Washington is retiring. Yeah, but everybody's got to retire now. The man is old, if we're being fair. He is very old. Hey, Marcelo Aranjo. Is that Arajo? Please tell me if I'm saying it wrong. Welcome. Craig Steele is from Thibodaux, Louisiana. All right. Hey, Amaz. Welcome. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hey, Queena. Big Bear Life says subbed and like from Pennsylvania. Hey! Say the home of Amish getting President Trump. Listen, when I saw the Amish, I screamed. I said, wow. They really showed up, and I thought that was so cool. NPC, you say you're poor. Well, I'm praying for you. Change your wording. Don't say you're poor. Just say you don't have money right now, because what you speak on yourself is what you're going to have forever. So don't call yourself poor. Just say I don't have money right now. It'll get better. Hey, DT. It's not a DT 908 911. It's not about whether they care about us. That wasn't the issue. I think the issue is that they were willing to take that money to influence people who maybe don't have the best judgment to make decisions that would actually hurt them in the end. That's what's wicked. That's what's wicked. I think that's a terrible thing. Hey, Flat You Lance. Welcome. Please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. Yep, Big Bear Life. I like you. Jesus and God answers real questions and prayers. He does. He does. He does. Jesus, I am absolutely a grandmother. My married son made me a granny. And I'm a proud granny too. Sir Ulrich, thank you for subscribing. Y'all are so nice. Hey, Corey Thurston Brown. Makes over $8 million a year. Yeah, she has no business doing that. And the way they throw tantrums and, oh, I'm going to leave the country. Then when you don't get your way and people are saying, why haven't you left? It's like, oh, you can't make me leave. Nobody tried to make you leave. You said you were going to leave. That's right, Big Bear Life. I agree. Jonathan Roberts says people need to realize that they need to vote for themselves. Stop letting these celebrities decide your vote. All celebrities give back. However, most is for tax write-offs. And I agree with that too. I do. And I don't mind them getting tax write-offs. That's cool. If that tax write-off encourages them to help people who can't buy food or medicine or pay tuition for their kids to go to school, I'm not complaining. Because, the condition that this country is in right now, people need help. People are feeling hopeless. A lot of people don't know what they're going to do. Things have gotten that bad. So if a tax write-off will help them, be persuaded to help people who don't have it, I'm all for it. But they do not need to be out here influencing, especially the young ones, to make decisions that are going to hurt them. Nobody should have been voting for a continuance of what Biden has done to this country over the last 4 years. Nobody with right thinking should be, what I'm saying? It's just dangerous. It's just dangerous. And the fact that these celebrities are that irresponsible, like, I think parents need to have a rethink. If you're buying these people's albums for your children, Think about it. Like, do I really want this person to have that kind of sway over my kid? What happens the next election or the next time that they're trying to influence young people to do something that's extremely dangerous or negative? Like, we really need to think it over. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome from Houston. Girl, I lived in Houston for 10 years before I moved. I'm originally from Florida, but I lived in Houston for 10 years. It's a lot of nice people in Houston. Hey, Cassidy, welcome. Thank you. Oh, Eric, I hope your headache gets better. She says, no, my money is funny right now. A lot of people's money is funny right now. Hi, Broly. You said, dang, what a good human being, Dead A. I just realized how important on what you said. Instead of saying you poor, say you don't got money right now. Yeah, just say you don't have it right now. Don't call yourself poor. That's called negative confession. What you say out of your mouth is what you're going to have. If you speak it, you give birth to it. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So don't say that about yourself. You are not poor. You are not poor. You are prosperous, and you just do not have your money yet. Thank you, Eric S. Epic VTuber says, nice to see someone so well spoken on YouTube Shorts for once. Subbed. Thank you. Listen, everybody who subscribed, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Piggy War Swamp says, love from India. Proud Christian. I know that's right. I'm happy to see not everybody who is of color or part of the woke mind keep speaking the truth. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it shouldn't even be about color anymore. We don't have time for that anymore. We don't. Hey, Bravo. Bravo Net TV. Okay. You said, I'm surprised it went as well as it did. Biden scares everybody. He does. He does. JJ Pearson said they were threatened. Now, Stan has a good point, y'all. Stan says yes. And it's easier than ever to take advantage of that because propaganda from both sides are dividing communities and families. It's true. There are people saying that they're not going to be friends with their lifelong friends. They're not speaking to relatives over an election. And it's because largely, and I don't always pick one side or the other, but largely the liberals have created this environment where anybody who disagrees with them is evil or hateful. And in the process of saying so and putting that out there, hey, Airtail J, hey, Pancake Syrup King, absolutely buy gold and silver. If you can, do what you can, y'all. Do what you can. You say Greg Abbott is giving y'all the blues in Texas. I'm sorry. Donna K, that's a good question. Donna K, y'all says, hello. My question is, what are the celebrities doing for people hurting or have been? They give, but they're still irresponsible because as much as they give, they did not have a problem taking that money to tell people to do things that were going to hurt them. Hey, it's Tish. That's right, y'all. Please hit the like button. Ooh, Big Bear Life. I love it. Big Bear Life says USA is under spiritual attack. Those that believe in God, those that believe that God is in control, please pray for spiritual guidance for the nation. I agree with that. Michael Wilbur, I agree. You're cash poor, but you're not a poor person. Hey, Elliot. Hey, Kiki Besson. I do. I do, GSH Alabama. GSH Alabama says, do you agree with RFK Jr.'s views on healthcare? I do, for the most part. Let me say this as a caveat, right? I don't 100% agree with anybody. Like, there's nobody on the planet, relatives, friends, anybody. There's nobody that I can say I agree with 100% of everything you say, right? But I base my support on if I agree more times than not with what you say. Does that make sense? So when it comes to RFK's views on healthcare, more times than not, I agree with him. Sometimes I don't. And I think that's okay. Kiki says, I'm a faithful believer in Jesus Christ, and I am too. I was baptized when I was 7 at New Zion Missionary Baptist Church in Ocala, Florida, under the Reverend Dr. Eugene F. Broxton. I am a proud little Baptist girl my whole life, my entire life. Okay, Epic VTuber Gamer says, I don't think Camilla lost because she was a woman. Me either. I think it's because of how poorly the Biden administration did, and she's a large reason why. That's a good point. See, this is why I like coming in here because y'all are fun to talk to. So listen, I had to put the iPad down. Let's just talk. So I agree with you. And I think that we're hearing the she lost because she's a woman thing because people are trying to spin it as though the American people are so stupid, we're so ignorant, we're so incapable that there's no way that we did not choose her because she was incompetent or because she sat on national television and told us more than not that she had no plans to make any changes from the current administration. There was going to be no difference in her administration and the Biden administration. We watched the way she handled the southern border. So there were valid reasons why we would not have wanted this lady, as the commander in chief. And for them to, boil it down to sexism and because people are, misogynist, and that's the reason she didn't win. Explain why women didn't vote for her then. Because we're not misogynist. We're not misogynist. You can't say that we just don't want women in positions of power. You can't say we hate women. Explain why we love Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, I can tell you why. She's competent. She's honest. She has good character. She's a former soldier. She's capable. She stands for something. She's not afraid to be ridiculed or even verbally attacked for standing up for what she knows to be the right thing. So it's not that we don't like powerful women or we don't like smart women. I mean, that could never be her argument. But they did that because that's a way to demonize the other party. That's a way to demonize over half of America and say that we're just bad people. We have to be racist and misogynist because we didn't vote for her. I don't have anything against Indian women. I don't. I don't. And when they start posting these demographics, I didn't even see a category to see how Indian Americans voted. Why were we not shown how Indian Americans voted? Why was all this pressure on black people and Latin people or Latino people and white people? These are the only three groups in America. America is an entire melting pot. But everything was based on these three groups because they needed to frame a narrative. Andre House Tidwell says, now that Donald Trump is president once again, how do you feel about him taking away disability from people that's on disability and not take care of themselves? I haven't heard that he was going to do that, Andre. You might have to, my Instagram is Shanitra_Royal. Inbox me a link so I can read on that because I haven't heard that. Hey, JJ Pearson. I want to get some more comments. I don't want to miss people because I'm trying to catch everybody's comments and I'm missing a lot of people. Pancake Syrup King says, I can't talk to any Democrat friends or family. They just don't want to listen or even converse. That's true. Hey, Carrie. Please, y'all, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hey, Kenneth Oran, you stumbled across my page. We're talking about America and politics and everything else. So please like the channel. Let's get rid of Cooper because he's not happy, and I don't want people to be unhappy in my spaces. So let's just go ahead and get you off my channel. That way you don't have to be unhappy. Hey, Ben Day Ho 419. Hi, welcome. Kimberly says, I work in the nursing field, and that man is all wrong. Okay, I'm a retired nurse, but I don't feel that way about him, but I understand that you do. Huckleberry says, I voted Trump, tired of identity politics and calling everything racist and fascist. It's a non-argument to just get you scared to not challenge them. Right, because nobody who wants to be labeled as a ism or a obia. It's some kind of ism or obia. Nobody wants to be labeled like that because those aren't nice titles. Hey, Canary Ken. Hi, Hannah and Austin. Say, I don't believe you can be a Democrat and be a Christian believing in abortion. You think that's the only thing that makes them against Christ? Like with all the stuff they got going on, that's the one thing? Hannah and Austin, so much stuff. The way they treat the children, the way they target the children who are already born. Girl, son, whoever I'm talking to, that's the one thing. The fact that this lady had a rally and said Christ wasn't welcome, somebody said Christ was king, and she said it was the wrong rally. Kia Mia said, I'm fighting with baby oil, not the baby oil. Kenneth Oren says, but most of us are sheep or sheeple. I agree. Donna Kay says she covered up for Biden. Everyone could see that he had some illness. Yep, and lied. Not just covered up, she lied. She flat out lied. She was asked and said he was well. She was also named the border czar and never you say never denied it until she was running for 3 months. Yeah, yeah, that's true. You say Chelsea. You don't rock with who is Chelsea, Kimberly? Is Chelsea Clinton doing something? Who is Chelsea? Kenneth Oren says she's not even black. She's definitely Indian and not Native American, but that's true. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't understand why it was so important to make us pretend like she wasn't. I don't know. I don't know why she would agree to that. Hi, Gary Richardson. That's my mom's maiden name. Gary says, and they tricked the black woman, but the black men didn't fall for it. Didn't they always say the black woman, Kamala Harris for her? Nada, we didn't fall for the okie dokie. I don't like either one. Well, Gary, those numbers were still kind of bad. There was still quite a few. And, we can't pretend. We can't rewrite history. The numbers said that a whole lot of black men did show up for her. And I'm not, and listen, I'm not a liberal. So my mind is not automatically because you thought different or you voted different, you're a bad person. And I'm not going to badmouth them for voting for her. I didn't. However, that was their right to do. And I feel like we have to give room for people to have a difference of opinion, even if we think it's wrong, right? We got to give them room to have a difference of opinion, respect their opinion, and then, help to change their minds. Like, that's the only thing we can do. Work to change their minds. Okay, so somebody else is unhappy in my space. Sade 314, let's get her on out of here. I don't want you to be unhappy. All right, GSH Alabama, get some rest. Women should not play in men's sports. That's what Mr. Shuku Raziz says. Well, Mr. Shuku Raziz, we haven't had a problem with women playing in men's sports, but we've had a really hard time with men playing in women's sports. It's been real tough. Look, Epic VTuber, do you know how happy I would be if Tulsi ran? I would vote for her. I would definitely vote for Tulsi. That's my girl. Jonathan Roberts says, I also agree with Trump's plans on getting rid of things being taught in schools. I agree. That shouldn't be the LGBT, CRT, and woke agenda. However, I still do not think CRT should be taken away. It is history. See, I don't know. Like, we always learned about all of American history, and I don't know that. I think learning history isn't an issue, but I do think that So I think the teachers need to be monitored more if they're going to be teaching certain things, because you don't want them planting bias in these children or like really trying to manipulate them in any way. Just give them the information is the way I think. Okay. Hey, Alvin Cobbs. You said I look sleepy. Please get some rest. Maybe later, Alvin. Thanks for being concerned. Ooh, enter user data. I like it. Says we replace identity politics with reactionary politics. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Adam, I agree. That would be a power move. Like if we're gonna get our first female president, I would love for it to be Tulsi. I would love that. I agree, Adam Persinger. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Anna Banana. Definitely crazy times. DT 908 says this is America. Free and fair election, and the winner was chosen by the electorate and the population. Stop crying and pray for success. That's the thing. I'm just like, why can't we just be, accept, like, okay, we had two people running, somebody won, let's go. Let's hope for the best. Hi, Roy Altman. Says not too far left, not too far right, somewhere in the center. I respect that. Right, Epic VTuber. Why are we letting voting choices separate people and have people like their families fighting, not speaking, arguing? It's crazy. Austin Norer has a thought. Okay. Austin says the word vote means to vow or to look at someone as God. I've never heard that, Austin, but welcome. Alvin Cobb says, I voted for her not because she was black, not because she was idiot, because she had some great policies. Okay, I respect that. George is asking you to name one. This is a place where y'all can discuss stuff in my chat back and forth. I don't mind. I like the conversation. Just long as y'all don't start name calling and stuff, we're okay. Thank you, Rotorhead. That's nice. Stan the Man says, could y'all clarify CRT, the critical race theory? Michael feels like it promotes racism. Austin Nora knows exactly what I mean. The planting seeds. Like, I'm not a fan of the don't plant seeds. Just give information. Rajendra, am I saying that right? Rajendra. I am from Ocala, Florida. I am currently in Jackson, Mississippi. Alvin Cobbs, I don't know what that means. Alvin says she has some great policies for her because of policy. Hmm. Now you kind of talking like her a little bit. Pretzel Vanilli says because Project 2025 is really bad. Are you joking? Because I like, if you being serious, I don't want to laugh. Are you joking? Are you serious? Telephone D'Amore says devil it in the details. They campaigned mainly on abortion. They did. They did. Jonathan Roberts says, what is the talk about Trump giving police complete immunity instead of qualified immunity? Is that true, a lie, or over exaggeration? I'm not sure. I did hear about him saying immunity, but I don't know whether he specified the details of how he would go about doing that, to be honest. So I don't want to accuse anybody either way. I'm interested to see how it pans out. I think the police do need freedom to do their jobs. We definitely do not need to defund them, not the way the crime has skyrocketed with all of the illegals roaming free. But I do think that they do need to be held accountable if they do something illegal. So, you know, fine line, but I don't really know. I don't think he specified or, detailed how he wanted to go about it yet. I don't know. I haven't heard it. Aw, Epic VTuber says you heading out, but it was a great stream. Thank you. I hope you subscribed and hit the notification bell. Kia Mia says when people talk about Project 2025, I wonder if they've actually researched it. This isn't new. I think they use this to cause fear within people. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. It's kind of how it works. It's kind of how it works. They need the fear to try to make you afraid to vote for the party that's on the other side of the aisle. Roy Altman says, love to hear you talk politics. Thank you for having an open mind. Thank you for being here, Roy. Stan the Man said his brother voted for Kamala, and we still discuss politics, and he's a good person. Yeah, I have people in my life that voted for her as well, and we're still good. You know what I mean? But the people that are around me are people that I can hold conversation with. I would say, though, if I did have someone that decided I don't want to be around her, I don't love her anymore because I couldn't control her vote, I would be okay with them going away. I would be okay. They could go. Oh, we got another person unhappy in my space. Mike, she said there was the etymology of the word vote. Yeah, I never heard that before. Y'all teaching me something. Good night, Roy. Enter user data says this year there were 30 homicides committed by undocumented immigrants out of an estimated 12 to 15 million who currently reside in the US. That's less than two of the. Okay, so let's get this straight. Let's get this understood. We should forget about all of the trafficking, the drug selling, the robberies, the taking over of apartment complexes, the spreading of disease, because a lot of them did come with diseases, all of that, and the rapes. Let's not forget the rapes, because there were only 30 homicides, you say, and I need to check that number. That should be great. Okay. Oh, John P. 82 said he doesn't like Trump's cabinet. Okay, so let's get you out of here. And it's so funny. We can come in here, and this is not my first time being here, just having, conversations. We talk about kind of what's in the news a little bit. And I like to get everybody's opinion. But what I noticed, the people that start flinging insults are usually, from a certain demographic. I'm going to be nice. I won't say who, but y'all know who. Deb Potter says, I want to know why no one brought up the mental strife from abortion after the fact. Since it was all about abortion, I think they should have. I personally like the fact that it's going to be in the hand of the states. Like the states are in charge now. I like that. Ram Queen, I love you. Said, why not? We forgave Hunter Biden for those exact things. You're right. You're right. Hunter was forgiven for all of it. Even bargaining on the price of the crack. I was really disturbed by him bargaining on the crack price. I didn't like that. Hey, Brick Ends. We just talking here about everything, usually just news. Tonight we're talking about politics, the condition in the country, the fact that people are bugging out right now. Ladies are shaving their heads. They have a 4B movement. That was funny. The we're not sleeping with the men anymore. And I think nobody told them that only works if all of the women agree. That's the only way that works. So I thought that was pretty funny. I did see where there was some liberal lady saying that they were going to sleep with people's husbands. They were going to break up homes. So it has shifted from we're not sleeping with anybody to we're going to try to sleep with your husband. We're going to seduce your husbands, is what they're going to do. Hey, crypto millionaire, you say Google guard of descent codex. What does that mean? Because I'm on here with you, so I can't Google it right now. And I might forget because I'm old. What is guard of descent, crypto millionaire? And anybody who hasn't been here before, y'all, please like my video. Please subscribe. Wait. Hold on. Donna says they never talk about when people have abortions, the repeated nightmares each year the child's supposed to be born. Someone told me that baby says, "Mama, why you can?" Oh my God. Now I'm gonna just be honest. That sounds a little crazy. Carrie says you finally caught up to the chat. Now I'm not saying that nobody's had that happen, but there are some women who are supremely irresponsible and they literally use abortion like a form of birth control. They are not hearing no babies because if so, they would hear a chorus of babies like, like a choir. That's not what's going on, Keena Jenkins. I don't believe he's going to end the Department of Health. I don't think that's going to happen. Right, the American that it's sad, but it's the truth. They're not hearing no babies. Like these people, a lot of these people do not have any kind of conscience about it. It does not bother their conscience. They don't feel any way about it. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like your friend, I do believe, like if you say your friend experienced that, I believe that happened to your friend. But I don't think that's something, hey, car rider, I don't think that's something that we can attribute to every woman who has an abortion. Like, I just don't believe that. And for the most part, I believe people should do what they want to do. You're an adult. Like, it's your body. That's between you and your God. And that ain't my business. I do like the fact that, like I said, that the power is back in the hands of the states. If you are in a state where it is illegal or, very restrictive, you are free to roam about the country. You are free to roam about the country, to move about the country. Isn't that what Southwest Airlines says? You are now free to move about the country. Pick up and move. Good Lord. California and New York will probably let you get rid of them 10 minutes after birth. Just get up and go. What is all the crying for? What's the crying for? Sir Ulrich says, Trump said we want them to do their jobs and we want them to do their jobs right. You can't take their protections away if you're going to have them do their jobs properly, not blanket immunity. Okay, so then there you have it, Sir Ulrich. Thank you for clarifying that. Because somebody, at this point, I don't even remember who asked, but whoever asked, there you go, Sir Ulrich for the win, for the save. Carrie said, I love these chats. I appreciate you being here for those that are misinformed. Many are too brainwashed. Some are just told lies and are genuinely curious. Yeah, I think like there's no way for all of us to get on the same page if we can never have a conversation. We got to be able to talk, right? How crazy is it when we can't talk? But I think that that's what the left wants. The left wants chaos because as long as everybody's chaotic and angry and finger pointing and name calling, then you never figure out who's really lying, right? So let me get the comments. Enter user data says respectfully, nobody is having fun abortions. Third trimester abortions are only allowed when it comes to life-threatening situations. Making it difficult for these women isn't right. Yeah, I hear that. I also know that America has 50 states. 50. The I'm sorry. The Dwardian. I don't know how many people have unwanted pregnancies. I have no idea. Oh, thank you, the American. Yes, that was the comment about the police, Jonathan Roberts. That was you. It sure was you. Thank you for saying something so I would know who it was. Donna K says, my friend got pregnant that one time, but she regretted it. Well, I'm sorry for your friend. I am. Coffee, who is KS? And why are we telling them to rest in peace? I agree, the American. We're all adults, so we should be able to discuss adult life issues. It's true. Ricky Williams says God said don't kill your kids. Which book, chapter, and verse? Which scripture is don't kill your kids? Because I study my Bible a lot. I did read thou shalt not kill, but I did not read don't kill your kids. So which can I get the scripture where that's written? I have, Jonathan. I'm from Florida. Carrie said it's called keep your legs closed. Oh, Carrie, you right though. Donna, he did say children are a blessing from the Lord. SHDYEXIU. Yes, you. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Trump won. It's not going to be a rematch. Like, Trump won. She can run again next year, though. Like, legitimately, actually win a primary. Okay. Arun Hadi 816 says, taking another life is a sin in the Most High's eyes and against what he says too, and people's minds and eyes are not open to the spiritual warfare around them or in them, so please be open minded. I respect that. Luca Reed says the government should not be a vehicle of forcing morality freedom for all. I agree because God gives you freedom of choice, and I don't. If he doesn't take your choice away, I don't either. Like I'm kind of iffy when people try to use Christianity as a means of forcing things on people. Don't do that. Because God doesn't take away free will. So I don't want to take your free will. I think if we're Christians, I am a Christian, right? So I feel like as Christians, it's up to us to persuade people to do the right thing, not to force it. Because in me forcing you, you still have it in your heart. So you're still guilty of it, right? So that's not cool. Right, Ricky Williams, it said, thou shalt not kill. He didn't say don't kill your kids. Don't do that. The American said he actually says those that hurt children are tossed into the ocean bound to a stone. Oh, you're a Floridian too? Ricky Williams says it's the same thing. I get what you're saying. I'm just kind of, funny about putting stuff on God. If we going to say what he said, say what he actually said. It does, Will. It does. It counts as killing, but I'm just saying if you're going to say God said something, please say exactly what he said. Don't paraphrase him. It's not cute. Dale Daniel, my feet have nothing to do with the conversation. Henry O'Manley. No, Henry, I'm not telepathic. Y'all are funny. Jonathan Roberts, you so funny. Jonathan says, is it wrong to want a boxing match to decide? Listen, if you put Trump and Kamala in a boxing ring, I would pay top dollar to watch that because that would be hilarious for a lot of reasons. The American says one thing God sees is the worst thing you can do is to hurt young children. Brick Ann says, what does the Lord say about taking one's own life? See, that's where things get iffy. He said, thou shalt not kill. So I feel like if you do that to yourself, you still killed, right? So I don't know. Thank you, guest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thing. The American, thou shalt not kill is what was said. That's my thing. Just if we gonna say what he said, then let's say what he said, or just say the Lord ain't pleased with that. 18%. I love it. Daniel Victor Guerrero said, what is a good percentage to tip in a restaurant in your opinion? 18%. I think 18%. What do y'all think in the chat? Ooh, Jonathan Roberts says, I believe the Bible states that the same judgment you use will be given back to you, something like this. See, I like the way you stated that. Yet a certain side wants to judge the other side. That's why you kind of have to be a little careful. And hey, the Lord ain't pleased with that. And I think that Bricky and say do 20% because it's easy to calculate. I think that it's pretty. No, Kia Mia, he's fine. He can talk about tips. He's fine. That's cool. I'm not restrictive. Long as nobody's, saying bad things, I'm okay. But I think that like our place is to try to we're supposed to be convincing. We're supposed to present a convincing case. If I sit down with you, like, okay, for instance, right? I like that we're talking about this, and I like that we can talk about this stuff because my channel is a place where we can talk, and I don't tolerate Josh Marion. Stop playing. Um, I don't tolerate the rudeness and name calling and slurs and all because it's not cool, right? But well, Michael, it needs to be like flat ironed or something. But I did wash it, so it is clean. But I do need to do something to it. You said nice hair. I know it's not that great right now, but I'm gonna flat iron it and make it look like something. But at least it's clean right now. Like it smells real fresh. Hey, Santiago. But right, if you like dark hair, thank you. Josh, don't play in my chat. If you can come in here, you can dial 911. Let's go ahead and get you out of here. I'm gonna put you on timeout. I'm not gonna block you because maybe you having a hard day and you just got bored and needed a friend or something. But don't do that in here. They're clear actually, first this then that. But what I'm saying is if somebody comes to you or you run into a young lady and she's considering an abortion, it's not a good idea to go and bang them over the head with a Bible. We don't need to force them. We don't need to name call them. We don't need to yell murderer. Like, we don't need to be dramatic. Sit down with them. Like, I don't understand what's getting lost in translation, right? God is love. So if you want to convince them, you have to come to people in love. Hey, I don't know you, young lady, but God loves you and I do too. I've had that conversation with a lot of young women. Some of the ladies here are from my main channel and they can tell you that that's exactly who I am. I crack a lot of jokes. I'm tough. I'm country. I'm crazy. But at my core, I'm loving. So it's like when we say we love God and so we don't want certain things to happen because we love God. You can't tell me that you love God, but you don't know how to love other people. When somebody is going through something or they're about to make a bad decision or a terrible decision, what is it going to hurt you? The same energy that you put into attacking them and calling them names. And look at poor Robert Waller. Just can't even help himself. We talking about love and you coming in here trying to worry about my clothing. I promise you there's nothing you're going to do that's going to help you change the size of my bosom. Okay? But what I'm saying is talk to these young women in love and say, hey, God loves you. I love you. There's another way to do this. You don't have to do that. Tell them what the Bible actually says. Give them a hug. Offer them something to eat. Sometimes these girls actually just need help. Maybe if we offer them love and help and compassion, we can convince some of them to make a better decision. We can't say we love God and then go beating people over the head either. Much like we can't condone young women using abortion as birth control. Like some stuff is just, it's out of bounds on both sides. And I think when you get too extreme on either side, I'm always shaking my head. I'm left shaking my head. Like, what's wrong? Are you okay? What is really going on? Like, what is the problem? That is where I get lost. I don't want to force anybody to do anything. I don't. Right, but Jonathan, if you saying you saved, then the way to deal with these women is not to try to legislate morality. All I'm saying is show love. That's all I'm saying. While everybody is half quoting scriptures, like there's another scripture that y'all might want to start quoting. Is that love covers a multitude of iniquity. So love, like it doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you anything. Jonathan is correct, but it doesn't change the fact that love is the key. Right, Carrie, love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor. Like it doesn't hurt. It's free. But the American, we can't control them. Do we want them to do it? No. But it's their decision to make. If it's in their body, we can't take that away from them. Just, show love, treat people right. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about it. Inter-user data says left-wing liberals and right-wing fascists are rampant in the U.S. There are those that lean left and right that are rational. There is a middle ground for most ideas. We need to find it. It's true. Hey, Kiwi. Kiwi says, don't hurt the babies. Yeah, I understand. But people are dying from the abortion ban, unfortunately. But there is no abortion ban. As there's no abortion ban. Hey, Silent Killer, what's up? Hey, Joe Davis. Thank you, Joe Davis. The American says there's no sense in trying to control people's choices because people will always make their own choices. They will. They will. So, like, I don't know. I just think like people have gotten way off the rails. Ooh, Project Photos. I love you. Project Photos says, man, people stop getting news from the view. I agree. Elgin or Elgin. Is that Elgin or Elgin? Says abortion should be banned in all states. Well, that's your view. I understand it. Kiwi says, I think 14 states have banned it. But that's the thing. 14 states, we have 50. I'm going to keep saying that. We have 50. You can always go to a state that is extremely liberal that will let you do that. If you want to do it that bad, then you should make the effort. I don't understand how they tried to make this whole election about abortion. Like it's just weird. Maishi says it's horrible. Still minding my business is where I see it. I won't judge them. It's just not my place. Right? Yeah, I don't want to judge you. I can love you, but I don't want to judge you. It's not my place. Hey, Devin Gunther, say abortion bans are county by county. Okay. Hey, Dara, welcome. Ooh, Jonathan, y'all tough on the view. I don't like the view either. Jonathan says the people on the view have two brain cells fighting for third. Oh my God, y'all are crazy. I love it. Screen time, I agree. The states deserve to have a right to choose. They do. Emmy Dan, I agree. There are people treating it like birth control. Henry O'Manley says effort takes too much to do. Apparently. Dara says they don't even mention if the IVF that Trump they don't even mention the IVF that Trump is trying to do. Yeah, they don't mention it. They pretend like he doesn't want IVF. The man said, yeah, he's for IVF. So I don't understand how these stories got out and just spread like wildfire. JH871 said this election, liberals didn't vote for abortion. We voted against tariffs and Project 2025. Blessed assurance. All right. I like tariffs. Tariffs are great. We need tariffs. All right, Kia Mia. All right, boo. Get some rest. Project Photos, you are so funny. I like you. Hey, Big Papa. But I think that's the uniqueness of America, that each state has its own sovereignty. I like that. We're still a part of the United States. But I think the way things are set up, I like the way things are set up. I think it's good. Oh, Lisa Warner says, I wish there was still a place where I guess all would all just get along. I love humanity. Me too. Devin says in New Mexico and Texas. Okay. I think Oklahoma banned it too. I think somebody earlier said there were 14 states where it was banned. Oh, American, you funny. Hey, Crow. You seem nice too. We got a person that's not nice. Let's get them out of here. All right. Thank you, Jonathan. I caught him and put him out. Elgin, what's wrong with IVF? Some people need children and they can't have them the traditional way. You don't think those ladies should be able to be mamas? Really? Screen Time says, I'm not one way or the other on the topic of abortion, but in my eyes, life starts when the sperm meets the egg and attached to the uterine wall, i.e., conception. I can dig it. Thank you, American. Elgin, see, me and you, we're on the same page with that. We need the tariffs. Thank you. We need the plants back over here. We need all of the business over here. Or if they're going to do it out there and import things, then they need to pay that tariff. We need the money. Oh, Marcus Fuller, it's so sad. Why is it that you liberals are not able to just hold a conversation? Why must you come in and start saying rude stuff? I don't have a master except Master Jesus. I'm not tap dancing for anybody. I never learned how. Grow up. Hey, Da Fook. Black guy here who voted for Trump. My life was better under Trump first administration. A lot of people's was. I agree. Hi, Abundance and Clarity. Hey, Screwed Up Essay. Now, JH871, that's not true. The man said he didn't want to tax Social Security. I didn't hear he was going to cut Social Security. Why are you saying that? And those tariffs do need to be increased. That's going to help the economy. We need the help. Okay, Toads McFroggy. I don't know what that means, but all right. Okay. We might be leaving soon, y'all. We getting a lot of strange people. We have a lot of fun, but after a while we start to get some strange folks. Kenneth Oren says, I'm not against it. You be who you want to be, but I think it takes a mother and a father to raise a child. I agree. I think you don't have a father in your life. You statistically hire for a bunch of bad stuff. I agree with that. Joe Davis says it seems everything they say is a lie. So we need to let it go through one ear and out the other. I agree. Well, EJ the Don. I like people that can stick with what we're talking about and no name calling. So EJ says tariffs won't bring manufacturing back though. Well, EJ, I think that while it will not make it mandatory for manufacturing to come back, I think that it presents an opportunity for manufacturing to come back because if companies don't want to pay that tariff and the tariff seems to be like too much for them, then they have the option to manufacture here in the States so they can hire Americans. But this is the biggest marketplace in the world. So by no means should you be able to, or should we incentivize people to build their manufacturing facilities in third world countries where you can pay somebody 20 cents a day and then you get to come over here and take advantage of this very prosperous marketplace. I don't think that's right. And it doesn't help the American people. Hey, Mr. Sigma. Hi, Carlos. Welcome. I did. I'm not sure how that helps, but I did. Right? The American, why get so mad? Like, what are we angry about? Like, I just don't get it. Marvin Muhammad Sr., welcome. Marvin is in the chat with scripture from Zechariah 7 and 9. All right. JH, I'm not doing that with you tonight, dear. You're going to be okay. Oh, Daniel, you say you've been watching for 7 minutes and you just got a chance to get the chat up. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Y'all, listen, Daniel, make sure you subscribe and hit notifications. And hopefully that doesn't happen again. EJ says Americans are too expensive compared to Mexico or Asia. Well, the problem is if you don't want to pay American citizens to manufacture your product, but you want to take advantage of the American economy and the American marketplace, then you're going to need to pay those tariffs. Simple. Now, Kenneth Orrin, you are letting God use you tonight. Kenneth said they claim to be the tolerant ones, but definitely intolerant. They are because they're the first ones to start name calling. Logan said, now Logan has a different point of view. Logan says, ma'am, not to be rude. You're not rude to have a different point of view. You're welcome to have a different point of view. But tariffs only hurt American consumers. That's what Logan says. That's a point of view. I don't feel that way, but I understand. I understand why you would. I totally get why you feel that way. Totally. Dara says, you seem pretty down to earth. Also, tariffs are actually an amazing thing. It encourages U.S. businesses, peeps, to build here. Because you're already here. No point in running to, Timbuktu to build a factory if you know you're going to have to pay a tariff to get your products back in. That's right. Abundance and Clarity 82 say, Lord, here we go with the people acting crazy. I'm telling you. As y'all know, I don't do that stuff. Screen Time says, in vitro is fine. Single mothers wanting in vitro should be screened for mental health and finances. I agree with that because children are expensive. My children, woo. We got one now that is she's still in school, she's pre-med. That girl is still running through our pockets. Bad. So children are expensive, so definitely should screen those finances. Hey, Mad Mike. That's right. I agree with you too. Logan has another thought. Let me get Logan's thoughts. Logan said they tried this during the Great Depression and it only launched just further into the Great Depression. It doesn't work. It makes things worse. It grows inflation. That's a thought. I respect your opinion. Absolutely. Daniel Griffin has a different thought. Daniel says tariffs hurt us, but how the tariff they put on us ain't hurting them. Mm, okay. Hey, Lisa Liberty. Y'all make sure y'all subscribing so you can come back. I'm enjoying everybody right now. Okay, Screen Time said, yes, let's bring on the American competition, Bill Baby Bill. Days I did see Gremlins. I did. But now we're going to see you out of here. Bye. Reese Holder says, nice to see like minded folks. The media makes it look like we're all against each other. Reese, they do. And I think they do it on purpose. I'm telling you, they don't want us to talk. If we all start talking, right? And we basically talk about what we want, what we don't want, the things we're concerned about for our families, our children, our homes, our businesses, that we're going to figure out that we all basically want the same thing. There's a very small group of people who want things aside from affordable living, affordable homes, safe neighborhoods, being able to buy gas, being able to plan and hope that our children would be able to buy homes when they get out of college, affordable education for our kids. We all want the same stuff. There is literally an extremely small group of people who are terribly manipulative, who are able to work certain people into an emotional frenzy. You know what I mean? JH871, I'm just going to be honest with you. I've read the Project 2025. It's just not it's not the boogeyman scare tactic that Democrats hoped it was going to be. I'm just going to say that. It didn't it didn't shiver my timbers. I'm just going to be honest. EJ says Taiwan produces 80% of our chips. It'll take decades to bring that kind of manufacturing to the US. Well, that's fine. If they don't bring it to the US, they can always pay those tariffs. Hey, Tom Gardner. Love you back. Yes, he did. First, then that. I think I met you. Were you in here before? I think you were. First, then that says, I'm a black man and voted Trump, but my sister is scared that he will raise prices. Really? I'm sorry. Economy and prices were good, but she forgot that. It's not her fault though. Like the media, legacy media has been very good at manipulating certain people. Hey Kevin, thank you for creating your channel. Just discovered you yesterday. I appreciate your common sense. Thank you, Kevin. I hope you subscribed. Yes, screen time. Keep religion out of politics for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons. We don't need to do that. Those of us who are part of, the church, or we believe in God, like, on with Christian soldier. Go do what you're supposed to do. Spread the word, show love, and, convince people that God is really the best thing going. We don't have to put it into politics. Lisa Liberty said Project 2025 is complete and utter propaganda. I think so too. Oh Lord, the American, we have been talking about everything. I'm not even going to try to divert us back to the original topic because the conversation has gotten good and I'm enjoying y'all. He just said the president don't control the price of eggs. Lord. Daniel says you're 100% right though. We need our country back. More tariffs is China and EU tariffs us. Why can't we tariff them to build ourselves up? Oh, because we've been told that we're not supposed to, right? Okay, JH, don't venture into the territory of insults. Don't do that. Don't venture into that territory. Oh, we got somebody name calling. Beef ramen. We got to get you out of here. Apparently, this environment is too calm for you. And I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Okay? Thank you, Kevin. Kenneth Oren says, I don't think it'll bring them back per state, but it's definitely an incentive to have them build factories back in America. I agree. Mm-hmm. JH, now, 871. I want you to stay. I don't want you to go away, but how many times will you tell us the same thing? We heard your point of view. I respect your point of view. Tell me something else. Yeah, screen time. We want less foreign competition. I agree with that. That's a respectable point of view too. Yes, abundance and clarity. Exactly. And more jobs here. Okay, so we got somebody looking for my brazier. So we're going to get you out of here because I'm not sure what type of time you on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so JH, we're going to put you on a timeout because you can't calm down. You're not able to calm down. So I'm just going to put you on a timeout. I'm not going to kick you out. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to cool off because I'm not sure how to help you. Like, you're talking with people who do understand how tariffs work. We just don't agree with you, dear. You got to learn how to function in a world where not everybody agrees with you. Hi, Terry Chadwick. Say that's exactly right. What she said, and don't let anybody tell you any different. Thank you. Hey, KB Goomies. Well, KB, if the tariffs are in place, then I suppose he would pay them too, right? Right? I would think so. Kenneth Orange say JH. I just Googled it, bro. Thank you for doing that for JH because JH was really getting a little emotional. Emotions are fine, but I don't want anybody having like a whole lot of emotional vomit. Um, it's not okay. It doesn't look good either. Like it makes you look like you not in control of yourself. You know what I mean? Kevin says fringe groups on the internet make a lot of noise. They do. But the people have spoken. They have. They definitely have. Lisa Warner said we need more love in this country to respect each other. But facts are facts. No one is better off than they were 4 years ago. Just have faith. Give change a chance. Yes to the tariffs. Yep. Well, KB, I guess we're gonna find out. Right, Terry. They want their stuff made cheap so they can sell it for a fortune. You said free. I would say cheap. You said free. Dar Press says, help me understand. If tariffs are raised, then companies will have to pay more for goods, which means they would pass it on to us, correct? Us means us consumers. Okay, good point. I like that you said that. So, y'all, I thought I heard something. But anyway, I'm glad you said that. That's a very good point. Now, does it mean that they have to pass it on to consumers? It doesn't mean that they have to. But will they likely? More than likely. More than likely. That will cause them to raise the price of some of their goods. Now, the way that benefits America is because products that are created here in the US will be able to compete better. At that point there'll be more of an incentive to buy things that are made in the USA. If the ones that are coming from out of the country now cost more, they may bring their products in, but if they can't sell them, then I guess they didn't do so great, did they? They won't have an incentive to raise the price so high that it won't sell, but they would have to raise their prices in a way that they would be more competitive and on par with products that are made here in the States by companies who are put in a position to pay minimum wage and above, or not a living wage, because that's a whole lot of money and most companies aren't doing that. But i think it would still I think it would make good competition. Vernon Vargas says the Trump derangement syndrome will take time to reverse. I agree. Daniel Griffin, thank you for subscribing. Right, screen time. Tariffs do not hurt American citizens. I don't think so either. Hey, Pat in a bunker. Thank you for being here and thank you for saying that. Right, screens definitely gonna be growing pains. Like nothing's ever as smooth as hot butter. It's gonna be some growing pains. Yep, American. You have two biracial children. Well, that's sweet. Hey, Sperlin Edwards. Oh, from the Philippines. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Subscribe. Come back. Donna K say Germany's economy collapsed. Oh. You said my hubby's lucky. Now, if only we could convince him that clothing go in the hamper, not on the edge of the hamper, not in front of the hamper. I'm going to tell him when he comes home this evening that he is lucky and clothing go in the hamper. Kenneth says, my fiance now of two, now, wait, my fiance now of my two twin baby boys. Okay, she's the mother of your twin baby boys. Okay. 8 days old. Oh, wow. Was going to do the in vitro thing. She also was previously with a woman. So, like I say, most of the people using the in vitro or however you say it are gay. Oh, well, I won't say most. I think that's like a new thing, isn't it? Because I know a lot of couples that had to do in vitro for one reason or the other because they just were having that hard of a time of you know, getting a baby, conceiving. Daniel Griffin says before World War II, the U.S. federal government was funded through tariffs. If it worked before, it will again. Screen Time says during the Great Depression, America lacked its current infrastructure, wealth, and ability. That's true. That's true. Well, Sir Ulrich, if they decide to build overseas and make their money, that's great. I just think we have to take the stance that you cannot use our marketplace to make your money. You can't do that without contributing, substantially to our economy. You're going to have to do it. Right, American. It's not meant to be permanent. It's meant to make people play ball. I agree. Mm-hmm. Sperlin Edwards says the oligarchs' divisional game is strong. I agree. Well, Rancid Carcass, considering I'm not the president, you might be looking in the wrong place for change. What can I do? Except vote, and I did that. Raise my children right, and I did that. I can go to church on Sunday, and I do that. And I can introduce people to my God, and I do that too. Hey, Lester Tharp, welcome. AVL Ignis said, do I believe in Jesus? I love him. Don't you? I love him. How can you not? So listen, guys, this has been fun. And I really enjoyed it. I planned initially to come in here for like a quick 30-45 minutes. I always stay too long because y'all are fun in here. Meet a lot of nice people. We have a lot of really good conversation. Um, and screen time, you pray every day. Me too. Shout out to the people that pray. Iconic Chatter, thank you for being here. And listen, if y'all are new, please subscribe, okay? All right. So listen, guys, I'm going to go because I did stay a whole lot longer than I planned to, okay? But I'm going to get up out of here. I'll be back again. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow. No guarantees, but I am going to try to make it back tomorrow. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Y'all be positive, be productive, encourage the people around you, but also please make sure that you encourage yourselves. And I'll see y'all again as soon as I can, okay? Good night, everyone. Night, night.